What's up, everybody? Come and hit that like button for me. Make sure that volume's up. Everybody can hear me. What's everybody up to tonight, this beautiful Easter? Come in, tell me where you from. Hit that like button. I'm sleepy. Somebody come wake me up. What up, everybody? Got a bee hanging out over my head. Excuse me. Ay. D Treese. D Trice, what's up? Where you from? Thank you for stopping by. Can y'all hear me? I done had hella people pop in. Ain't nobody said nothing yet. Hit that like button for me. Oh, Bixie, hey looking ass dude. Huh? I'm from Canada. That's what's up. A lot of people coming here from Canada. Nice to meet you. Hit that like button for me, y'all. We get some more people in here. It's my little homie out there doing wheelies in the street. Nice to meet you from Canada. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Good sport. You already know it, brother. DSHS7FD. What's up? How are you tonight? Y'all hit that like button for me. Help me get some people in here. Elias Collier. Where are you from, bro? Where's everybody from tonight? Where you tuning in from? We here at the beach tonight. Every night we here at the beach doing what we do, trying to go live, meet some new people. Been a long week. I'm tired. I wasn't even gonna go live today. Trees, what part of Canada you from? You in Toronto? We be having people from everywhere in Canada, literally all over. Toronto, Montreal, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, everywhere. Windsor. That's good to know, DS. I'm glad you're doing all right tonight. Where you from, brother? Y'all hit that like button for me. Come on, y'all. You got me out here begging for likes. Got me out here begging for likes. DS, you in the States? Hey, he on his work moto out here busting willies in the street. That is funny. What up? Why you guys leave me? Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Nice to meet y'all anyways. Nice to meet y'all anyway. It's so quiet out here. All week they partied every single night this week. It was the holiday. And now everybody's gone. It feels so nice for everybody to be gone. I need to make my way to Canada. The US is starting too much drama. Nah, brother, don't go up there unless you like the cold. I left the US too, but I went south. I went south. I don't do the cold. We're here in the beautiful Dominican Republic, where the people are beautiful and they treat you well. No American bullshit. None of that. None of that. But the Canadians, I don't know how they feel about us. I met many Canadians here on my chat, and I met many Canadians here down here in the DR because I think they love this place more than we do. And I was sitting with like 10 Canadians a couple weeks ago, and every one of them was going in on American politics, just going hammer. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know y'all felt like that. They treated me nice, so I don't know if they just feel that way towards the politics or towards Americans, but And plenty of Canadians stop in here and fuck with me every night. So I know the Canadians don't feel no kind of way against us. But they are not fucking with Trump at all. And nobody is. He trying to turn us into World War III out here. Ain't nobody with that shit. If it goes down, though, I'm gonna be here at the beach when it goes down. Fuck it. I refuse. I refuse to fucking go out in Cincinnati, Ohio. It'd be a cold day in hell before they take me out in Cincinnati, Ohio. I ain't gonna let it happen. The hiker, you'd be surprised how many Canadians love Trump though. Wow, brother, I didn't meet any of them. I thought there would be one of the guys that kind of stepped up and said something good. They one after another. I must have sat there. I was just quiet. I must have sat there an hour. They just went one by one by one by one by one, destroying them. I'm like, damn. My guy looks over at me. He's like, it looks like you don't agree. I'm like, I kind of agree with everything y'all said, but I got some feelings about the motherfucking Democrats that I'm in Dallas and it's getting hot already. They are talking about the draft here. Okay, then, DS, we just spent our last couple years up in outside of Amarillo. Me and my kids, me and my kids in a little dusty ass town called Borger, Texas. I hope I never see that place again, but my kids kind of love it there. So if worse come to worse, maybe we'll spend another year in old Borger, Texas. My sister's from Dallas though, actually from Fort Worth. She's moving back there in like 2 months. She's hoping that we move back to Borger for we're close. The hiker coming in with a different opinion. I like it. I like it. Got stirred the pot a little bit. That's what I call stirring the pot. Sadly, the real truth is there's not one government that has our best interest, and that's a fact. You sound exactly like me a couple nights ago. A guy came in and wanted to talk politics. I said, we can talk about it if you want to, but I can just make it real easy for you. Don't none of these motherfucking politicians give a fuck about nobody they represent. And that's just the common denominator of all countries. They give no fucks about us. Excuse my French. Excuse my Francis. Left wing, right wing, both coached by the same guy. My guy out here spit facts, big facts. I wish I could thumbs that up that shit right there. It's big facts. They both play for the same squad. They both play for the same squad. That's why I sat the last election out. I just sat it out because I don't believe none of these people got our back. Not a damn one of them. I a little bit regret sitting it out just because the way shit turned out. But them motherfuckers, man, they all get on my nerves. I try not to think about them things. I be down here. I don't even listen to my American politics. I just try to get away from. But then I go out to have a beer, and everybody wants to talk politics. More so here, the foreigners here, they want to talk politics more than I feel like people at home do. Mason, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by again tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button for me, Mason. Let's turn this party up. Trump is an actor. Would I have been like Camilla though? I mean, damn. Okay, laugh out loud. I haven't heard that part of Texas. Hell, Texas is so big. You're absolutely right about the politics. I finally figured that out. It took me until this time to figure that out too, DS. And yeah, you're right. Texas is so big. Texas is its own damn country. There's places in Texas might have been living there your whole life. There's probably 1,000 little towns you never heard of, which is crazy. which is crazy. I've never ran into nobody, and I told them where I live. That's why I just said Amarillo because that makes it easy. It's like 40 minutes outside of Amarillo. But when I say Borger, nobody knows where it is. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate you. I'm glad y'all stopped in and talked a little shit with me. I've been sitting in here about 6, 7, 8 minutes by myself. I don't know. I should not happy with me. Me and Asha had a political disagreement, to say the least. I would say a religious disagreement, but it wasn't a religious disagreement to me. It was more political. We from Kentucky, and this is Trump Town here. I'm from Ohio, and I'm right across the river from you. I'm not actually from Cincinnati. I'm from a little town called Hamilton, Ohio, but it's easier just to say Cincinnati. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Come in, hit that like button. Tell me how you feel about Trump. Let's stir the pot a little bit. Let's shake it up tonight. Why? I don't know. She is from a place that is very different from us. So, and I hate that I fell out with her because we had such a good talk and she is so beautiful. It was such a great conversation. I hate that we fell out. And I could have left the subject alone, but I pushed a little bit and I should have left it alone. And I actually regret it. I actually regret it. I haven't had a drink since that night I talked to Asha because she said some shit to me that made me feel bad. And I woke up the next morning and I had to look in the mirror and think about how right she was. And I haven't had a drink since. She don't know it, but Asha might have changed my life. She don't know it. Aisha, that's how you say it. The oil sands always gets presidents through. Yeah, these motherfuckers got us at war with Iran. The hiker. What part of Kentucky you in, the hiker? I've been all over Kentucky. I've been everywhere. Louisville. My brother owned a boat down in a little port outside of Lexington. I pass through Kentucky everywhere I go. I've been, except for like the far east Kentucky. That's like there's like nothing out there. Taylor Mill. Taylor Mill. That's right across the river from Cincinnati, ain't it? I like it. You're so cool and laid back, unlike the other channels I visit. I appreciate that, DS. I appreciate it. What's your name, brother? I'll try to remember. I can't promise I'll remember it, but I'll try to remember it. Wesley, yo, how are you? Wesley, hey, hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. I hope you had a good Easter too, Wesley. Thank you for checking on us. You have a good night too. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe and come back and chat with us another night. Dante. I'll try to remember that, Dante. It's nice to meet you, brother. I appreciate your kind compliments. What are you wearing? What am I wearing? A Bart Simpson shirt, but it's backwoods. Bart Simpson Stone. Nice to meet you. Yep, absolutely, Diaz. Dante. Liked and sub. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate that. That helps out a whole lot. I actually lost a couple subscribers yesterday. I was kind of bummed out, and I think one of them was Aisha. Speaking of Aisha, with her pretty self, dang, 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 dang. Demas, Damask asked Google. He said, "Rap." My first couple nights in here, I was so bored by myself. I was making up raps. That's funny. CYA, have a good night. You have a good night too, Wesley. Thank you for stopping by. If you've ever seen the Bell Life Brothers on YouTube, these guys are neighbors here in Taylor Mill. I'm going to screenshot that. I screenshotted that. I'll look them up tomorrow. Then I'll know where you're at. What is your dream car? My dream car is a 1983 El Camino. and most people might not even know what that is. It's like a truck car mix that they had in the back in the day, and I love that fucking car. Hey, you can only be yourself at the end of the day. You right, Dante. And I had a guy come in the next night and he was like, he said some real shit. He was like, speak your truth and say what's on your mind. And if you lose somebody because of that, you just lost them. You know what I mean? And I look back and I thought about the conversation I had with the lady. I didn't tell her no lie. I told her how I felt. The hiker said, "We are hillbillies. Never see those cars anymore." My brother knows I love that car, so he's on the highway the other day, and he Facetimed me. He said, "Look what's behind me." It was a clean ass El Camino. But you're right, you never see them cars on the road anymore. So it's a pleasure to see one. I actually had one at one point. I was 18 years old. I bought it for $300. It was such a beater. The brakes didn't work. I risked my life getting that car home. And check this out. I couldn't do nothing with it because I didn't have the money to fix it up. But I ended up selling it for 700 bucks. So I made a couple dollars. But I wish I would have kept it until I had the money to do something with it. I actually had me an El Camino. Heck yeah. The hiker, Dante, Mason, Wesley, thank you guys for stopping in and chatting with me. I don't think I remember seeing that type of car. Look it up. They have another one. The Ford made one that was called the Ranchero. Chevy made the one that's called the El Camino, and it's a bad motherfucker. You have a brother Win. I have a brother. The one I'm talking about is actually my fake brother. I've just been calling him my brother the last 20 years, but I have a real brother too. He's a few years older than me. There's an old fella down here, down the street here, who has one completely redone. Wow, I would love to see it, man. I'm obsessed with them things. I would absolutely, if I was that you that asked me my favorite car, who asked me that? Mason? Whoever asked me that was a good question. And it was like instantly. What year did that come out? They started making them, they might have made them even in the 60s, but they definitely had them in the 70s. And I think they quit making them in like 91 or 92. Yeah, good question, Mason. You always coming in and picking some shit up. It's literally a truck made into a car, but cooler. You're absolutely right. It's me. Mason's my guy. Aisha, where you at? I'm gonna write her in a couple weeks and tell her if I keep it up not drinking, I'm gonna tell her that I changed my ways because you made me feel bad. We'll have to see. I'm only on day 3 or day 4 right now. 1959 is when they came out. Damn, if there's a 59 model, I'm gonna have to look that up tonight too. That's cool as shit. They got a 59 model? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen some 60 models, but I didn't know it goes back to 59. That's crazy. That's crazy. The 59 Elco. I wonder what that bad boy looked like. Probably not as cool as like them 82s, the 85s. Those are mine. Them square fronts. I love that. It looks like an old Ford front end. Okay. Y'all gonna have me looking at some El Caminos when I get off of here. I can already tell. I can already tell. What's everybody up to tonight? Just chilling out at home? Ah, that car came out in the older days. You already know, Dante. I wish I knew more about Dallas to ask you where you were. I've only passed through Dallas a couple times, and the couple times I did, I don't even know if I was necessarily in Dallas. I was more in Fort Worth at my sister's mother's house. The 80s had the muscle car look, the 59 looked like a big hauler. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look up that 59. Thanks for that like, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Do you like? I love vintage cars. I used to make car models when I was a kid, Impalas, and then I'd put the little motor in it and make them with the hydraulics. I was obsessed with older model cars my whole life. I fell back off of like I haven't even drove in the last like 10 years. I'm done with driving. I don't ever want to drive again. I have a little motorcycle here in the Dominican Republic. Is where I spend most of my time. But when I'm at home, they took my license indefinitely, like probably like 10 years ago. And I drove for a few more years because I needed to get back and forth to work. But then I just figured out that I need to live close to work, work from home. I made it to where I don't need a vehicle no more. I actually did drive. I'm lying. I did drive a few months back. I was in Mississippi at my dad's house, and he got an old truck, and I would run up to the store and grab my beers. But Mississippi is different. There ain't no driving while black in Mississippi because everybody's black. So I feel comfortable driving. Yes, I love vintage cars, not tell you. What's up, y'all? Come in, tell us where you from. Hit that like button. We over here having good convo. You have to miss it though at time. I did. When I got in the truck a couple months back, I'm like, damn, this feels nice. Even though I was in an old beat up ass Chevy truck, I still was like, damn, this feels nice. And I'll tell you what, when I first got my license, like 18, 19-year-old kid, I used to get on the highway and I had never really felt free. And I'm like, I could take this highway all the way to Miami. We live off of 75, so I'd be on like 75. I'm like, I could take this all the way to Miami, or I can take it all the way to Canada. And it gave me this like sense of freedom that I had never felt before. So I won't lie. Hey, them old clunkers are the best. You already know it. Old beat up Chevy, ain't nothing better than that. But when I was in the truck over that month while we were at my dad's house, jumping in it, it was a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie. But here, driving is dangerous. Like, and if you ever hit somebody, kill somebody on one of these motos, they'll never let you come home. So I've never even drove in this country. I spent 7 years in this country, off and on. I've never been behind the wheel of a vehicle other than my motorcycle. It's not even a motorcycle, it's a scooter. But here we call everything a moto. Come in, hit that like button. Tell us where you from, y'all. We got some good convo going on. We got Americans in the house tonight too. That's how my bro is. He loves older style cars. I do not like driving. I always have my friend and family chauffeur me around when I can. People drive crazy here. Dallas has got to be. And you know what? Dallas is the capital of road rage killings any day of the week. And that highway that goes up through Dallas and Houston, somebody dies on that highway from like a road rage incident almost every day, it feels like. You can see that shit on the news a couple nights a week. That's unbelievable to me. That's another reason I don't like driving America. People are fucking crazy. People are fucking crazy. For sure, for sure. But that's what's up. I do the same thing as you now, Diaz. I'm cool on having a license, having some insurance, maintaining a vehicle. I found it is easier in life to live close to the things that you need. Sorry, I got to go. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a good night, Mason. Thank you for always stopping by. Yes, it is. They did a special about it on the news. I'm not lying. I know you know it. That highway is dangerous, not because of the cars, because of the road rage. I had to drive. The feeling of getting into my truck is pure freedom. Here in Taylor Mill, everyone shows respect when driving. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a good feeling right there. And when you live in like Kentucky, hearing guns go off is very common here, though. Yeah, I know what you mean. When you live in like Kentucky, when I lived in Hamilton, nothing is kind of close. So you need a vehicle. The store's a few miles away, everything's far, you know what I mean? You got to kind of live in the city, or like if you live in a little city, you got to be close to where everything is to not have a vehicle. And that's the way I try to do it. I try to live close to the stores, even the grocery market. I carry 8 bags home from the grocery market. I'll go there every day if I need to. Exactly right. You do need a vehicle here for sure. What was that? Lightning behind me? I seen a streak go across the sky. Got UFOs? The hell going on back there? I'm gonna have to replay that back. What's that? 29:30 mark. I'm gonna have to play that back. See what the hell happened back there. I seen a streak of blue come across my screen. And I don't think it was lightning. Ain't no clouds out there. Oh shit, that was a good one behind you. Did you see it? Am I tripping? I didn't see it from there. I seen it in the screen. You know, there's been a lot of meteors falling out the sky and shit. I wish I would find a meteor. But if it was that way, the ocean is right across the street. So whatever it was, if it was something falling, it just landed in the ocean. Fucking Trump is coming there. When? To the Dominican Republic? I think I did hear another blogger talking about that. What is it like living where you're at? What is the cost of living? The cost of living is very low, brother. If I told you what I paid for this beautiful place here with that pool and that beach across the street, it'd probably hurt somebody's feelings. That's the lights in the back. No, no, no. It was like a blue streak. I seen it go across the screen. Trump's army, you're silly. Yeah, DS, the cost of living is low here, man. That's why I do it. I come home and work like 6 months out the year. Sometimes I'm even stuck there like 9 months out the year. And I save up while I'm there for we can come do this every year. But my first couple years I had saved up a bunch of money, so I didn't come home in my first 2 years here. We was just here. But I love it here. It's not even about the cheaper cost of living. Even if it costs the same as at home or even more, I would try to come spend my time here. I just love this place. Something about it the first time I ever came here, I just absolutely fell in love. Hey, that was funny as shit, the hiker. That was funny as shit. You had me going. I was thinking that he was coming here because they building a space facility here in the Dominican Republic. And I think some politicians are supposed to be here, but I'm not for sure. I think Elon's supposed to come too. They're building like a piece of SpaceX here. My good buddy took off to the Philippines and met his lady there, and he loves it out there. Says he's never coming back. We had a Filipino in here last night, and the Philippines is, if you watch some of that content, it's like watching the Dominican content. So I came across content about the DR probably 10 years ago, and I'm like, I gotta go do it. Then I start coming across the Filipino content, which is their country is so much like this country. Only thing is about their country is overpopulated. Here it's not as overpopulated. Oh my god, are you serious? I had a two bed, two bath paying 2 grand a month, freaking crazy times. Oh yeah, very similar. Brother, we have a two-bedroom right here, fully furnished. Fully furnished with everything we need. Big balcony. You can't see all of it. Big boy balcony. I got my Starlink over there. We got the pool. And the ocean is in between them two buildings right there. The beach is across the street. This furnished apartment is $750 a month. If we didn't need it furnished because we were coming back here to live, this would be more like a $400 or $500 apartment. But I know exactly what you mean. We were just paying $1,000 a month for some shithole in Borger, Texas. But 2 grand a month, bro, that's crazy. Oh shit, yeah, the Philippines is crowded with over 100 million people. 130 million. I looked it up one day. 113 or something. Just an insane amount of people. With about the same land mass as this place here, there's only 13 million people here on this island. Shit, that would be about 1,500. Shit, brother, if you know a place I can live across the street from the beach in America, even the shittiest beaches. I moved my when my son was 1 years old. Me and his mother and his older brother, we moved to Biloxi, Mississippi, because it's the cheapest beach in America you can live on, and we were getting waxed. I can't even imagine what it would cost to live in Biloxi now. But there's nowhere in America where you can live on the beach for 1,500. Yeah, you're right. 1,500 in like any city area, like Cincinnati. I can't even afford to live in Cincinnati no more. I knew that 5 years, 7 years ago when I left there. I'm like, everything is just getting so overpriced. Like, let me get out now while I can. Let me get the hell out of here now while I can. When we first got here, no 1,500 here. You'll get a ditch yard. Look, you already know. You know exactly. Um, when we first moved here, we lived in the next town over. That is lightning. I just seen it again. That blue streak, it was lightning. I caught it in the camera that time. We had, I call it my baby mansion. We had a 4 bedroom, 3 bath. We had these spiral big, not like a spiral staircase, like this big luxurious spiral staircase in the middle of our living room going to the upstairs. Yeah, there it was again. We paid $400 for my baby mansion. $400. That first 2 years we were here, we had the baby mansion, we had a private professor that come to the house to teach the kids, and we had a full-time nanny that worked 40 hours a week. And we were spending less than $2,000 a month. Food, nanny, professor, light bill, rent, and my drinking out of control. Less than 2 grand a month. What dang, that's a freaking awesome. You literally need two or three roommates to live in a decent place in America now. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy, y'all. And I was hooked after that. I'm like, in them first 2 years that I was here, I had saved up a bunch of money. So I wish I would have came back. I wish I hadn't let myself like kind of go broke. I wish I would have did a lot better with that money, man. But what I had them first 2 years, I'll always be chasing that, man. The feeling of freedom that I had, the feeling of giving my children a decent life, that was like probably the only time in my life I was like proud dad. Like I'm really showing my kids something different. And I still have my moments now where I feel that, but not like then. We really had it going on, man. And my drinks, yeah, my drinks was racking up. I've thought of leaving America maybe May times, especially after the pandemic. That's when we really left. I had came here, so we've only been coming here like I've only been bringing my children here for 6 years. I had came here the year before that, and I had fell in love, and I thought about moving my kids here. When they sent the kids home in March of 2020 from school after when the pandemic started, I said, "Fuck this!" I seen it coming. I said, "These motherfuckers about to lock us down." I didn't even sell nothing. I called all my family and friends. I said the TVs, the couches, whatever the fuck you want, come get it. We ain't never coming back. And we left. That's what got me out of there. The pandemic is what got me out of there. That was the final straw. That was the final straw. That first time we left, we didn't come home for over 2 years. It was the best 2 years of my life. I'm not gonna lie. You made the right choice. I think I did. I think I did. I wish I would have used that money when I first came here to start me a business, and maybe I would have never had to go back. But I didn't have kids over here now. We got a whole different. I've been wrapped up. We got a whole section of life going on here now. So I got no choice but to return every year. Yeah, we got some lightning coming, y'all. I might make a rain video tonight. I actually did make a rain video today. I got another channel. It's called, you ain't got to go to it. It ain't got no viewers yet. It's a channel I created like a year ago with the idea of making like those sleep videos, like with the rain or the waves, all that type of stuff. I mean, look at the freedom you've got there. Also, that's a nice place you got. Great price. It sure is, bro. It sure is. I was looking at it for 2 months before we got here. This exact one, and I didn't have the money to go ahead and pull the trigger. I was kind of waiting on my income tax to smack. So when we got here, I'm telling you, it's Trump's Delta Force back there. You are silly, bro. That's cracking me up. So when we got here and it was still open, I almost cried. I'm like, I've been staring at this for the last 2 months. Yeah, that in the bag. I've been staring at this little place on Airbnb the last 2 months, and thank God it was still here. And we've enjoyed every single day. The kids after lunch, I study the kids at home, so they get up and they do their studies. Then we have lunch. They'll be out in that pool from lunchtime all the way to dinner time, and I'll be telling them like, "Come on up, y'all. It's time for dinner." Every day, getting that good old sun on them, getting that water in their life. Oh, okay. So you do need to go back to the States once a year. Yeah, yeah. I come home and work at least half of the year, but most of the time that turns into like 9 months out the year. So I'm trying to fix that though. That is the point of me doing this little YouTube. And if I'd have had the balls to do this 5, 6 years ago when I first started talking about it to my kids, maybe we wouldn't be here now. Because we've only been doing this for 20 days and we've done really well, man. Need to go back to the States once a year. Yeah, I go back. Yeah, way too much. We'll probably be here now until July. We'll come in July and the kids might get a regular year of school next year. Yeah, you should have done it long ago. I should have. I didn't even have the backbone. And that's what started it. About 3 weeks ago, I'm sitting here on the FaceTime with my brother. I'm sitting here like I do every day watching the kids swim. He's like, bro, turn the fucking camera on and do you alive. Like, at least you got a beautiful sky back there for people to look at. I'm like, you right. And then I just felt it. I'm like, I'm gonna try it tomorrow. That first live, I had 300 views and 11 subscribers. I was absolutely hooked, absolutely hooked. And we kicked ass this month. We got like 20,000 views. I had made content on this channel before. It was like political content. So last year I made a video about Elon Musk, and that one video got me like 80 subscribers. But I spent a whole month and I was able to make 10 videos and I felt like I was so far away. And I was working on top of that. I was working. I had a at home job at the time with this health insurance company. So like on every break, before work, every break, on my lunch break, after work, trying to make a video together. I made 10 videos and I was able to get like 150 subscribers. So when I started this one, I had 150 subscribers when I started this Cotton Talks. I just renamed the channel is what I did. But I didn't lose none of them old subscribers, I don't think. Enos, you come in every night and tell me holy, and then you leave. One night you need to come in and tell us where you're from, bro. Hit the like button or something, fam. But yeah, we had a good month. We got 20,000 views, over 100 new subscribers, over 100 hours watch time. Not a bad month. If you would have told me last month, if you go after the right political content, you can hit hard on there. You know what I was gonna do to Hiker? I was gonna go after them both. I was gonna do like Fox News and CNN does us at home. I was gonna make the exact same piece of content, reword it for the left and reword it for the right. That was my idea. That was my idea. And I thought it was the best one. And I'm sure there's guys out here doing this. Cause that's a fucking good idea. That's what CNN does to us. That's what Fox does to us. They'll run the same fucking ad. They'll run the same few photos and word that shit different. Word that shit to fit them. Word that shit to fit them. That's how I was gonna do their ass. That was my idea. But I lost interest. I really did. I lost interest quick. And there was so much going on. Trump had just got elected. And there was content for days. Like there was content to be had. But I'm like, it the politics, never mind was you should do. I've been never mind was you should do it. I've never seen anything like that. Yeah. I think people are doing it, just we haven't pieced it together. I think people are really doing what I'm thinking. Like just pretty much running the same shit. You word this shit over here the way the right want to hear it, and you word that shit over there. I think matter of fact, I know there's some people that are doing it. Some of them left wing commentators, I know for a fact they're twisting that shit up on another channel and running it for the right. Yeah, they're out there playing that game. Yeah, I realize though, if my mind is on politics every single day, that's like a stress that it only took me a month to realize that I didn't want. It was overwhelming. And I was busy at the time. I was busy with work. It was all too much. I can't believe it took me a whole year to get back in here though. But I'm glad it's better late than never. That's what I keep telling myself. It's better late than never. In my first month, we got 100 people. If you can find a way to hit the left and the right, damn, bro, you will bank. But that shit will stress you. Yeah, you're right. It took me just a few days to realize like this is a lot on my mind. Damn, that little streak across the sky. That shit looked amazing. I hope a rainstorm comes. One night a rainstorm came. I turned the camera on for an hour. It got 200 views and I got 3 subscribers. I think sometimes when somebody unsubscribes, oh, that's one of them motherfuckers that subscribed the night it was raining. Hell yeah, that was a good one. I think that was the best one we had so far. It must be a storm pushing in. Well, we got 45 minutes on. We are rocking and rolling. I've had a couple dead lives. Not, yeah, dead, but good. Anytime you can make a connection with somebody, I consider that good. A couple nights ago, it was me, my homie from Cincinnati, from Hamilton, and one guy from Denmark. The guy from Denmark, he stayed there with me for 80 minutes, telling me stories about all his travels all over the world. I'm telling him stories. Man, we had an amazing conversation. I would rather that one subscriber than for my room to be packed because that guy gonna remember me. He ain't been back yet, but I think he will be back one day. I like the rain. It's the best sleep. Bro, I'm starting one of them channels tomorrow. I put like 3 hours of work into starting my sleep channel tonight. So Dante, when I get that channel popping, I would love for you to subscribe to it, bro. I'm gonna put some cool sleep videos out of the rain, of the waves, of everything. Yeah, yeah. Not really though. The rain it comes down harder, but the storms here don't scare me. I'll tell you what, that time to hear the rain is miserable. The rain in Ohio and Kentucky scares me more than the rain here. But the rain I felt when I lived in Texas, them storms in Texas, it used to feel like every time the lightning struck, it was coming through the fucking house. Like it was right on top of the house. There's one thing I don't miss about 2 times in Texas. We had to take cover in a tornado shelter. That shit is crazy. Them storms scare me. At least here, when we go through a hurricane every year here. I've been in like 6 or 7 different hurricanes. They give you a week's notice before it gets here, so you have a choice to go to high land and go take some shelter. At least you get the option. When a tornado comes, that fucker happens in 10 minutes, and you better hope you got a bunker. And where we lived in Texas, everybody had a tornado bunker. Thank you. I love watching the rainstorm channels when I'm trying to sleep. Bro, you would thank you. If you would subscribe and come check them out, I would love that. Haha, I've had that in Kentucky. We had some serious tornadoes come through. They just had one tear up some shit in Indiana a couple weeks ago. Tore that whole little city up by Gary. Yeah, Dante, I'm getting that together tomorrow. I uploaded a 45-minute version of it just before I got on this line. It took an hour and a half for it to upload. So the 24-hour version of it that I'm gonna upload, I'm gonna try to do it while I'm asleep tonight, but I think it's not gonna even be uploaded by the time I wake up in the morning. But I'm gonna try. And then you gotta stay the application that I'm using. You gotta stay on there the whole time it uploads. Well, on YouTube, there's videos on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. That's where I saw that too. I don't get no regular news. Every content I consume is on YouTube, and that's terrible. That's terrible. Every once in a while, when I'm like looking for a place on Marketplace on Facebook, I have a Facebook, but I have no friends there because I need the Marketplace. I'm always coming back from the States, coming here, and Marketplace is good for finding a short term rental. So I use Marketplace all the time, but I'll flip through the reels on Facebook too. But 99% of my content I get from here. Anyone, it was hot chatting. Gonna head out. Gonna see you around. So thank you, hiker. You have a good night, bro. I hope to see you again, fam. You have a good night. You have a good one, man. I'm gonna go fill up this juice in my vape. Anyhow, not anyone, my hillbilly fingers. Anyhow, not anyone, my hillbilly fingers. Anyhow, not anyone, I got it. Dante, if you still around, I'll be right back. Jason, what's up, brother? It doesn't storm like that anymore here. The weather is so jacked up now. I'm here. Thank you for hanging out, Dante. Jason, what's up, bro? You see that storm in the back? I think we got a storm pushing through. Jason, we just had an awesome conversation with the hiker. He's from Taylor Mill, Kentucky. And Dante, he's from Dallas. We've been here rapping for about an hour now. We've been kicking and having a good time getting to know each other. We finally got some Americans in the house tonight. Much different than the other nights. Kind of crazy. Nice to meet you guys. What you up to, Jay? Dinner done? You drinking a beer yet? You over there sipping. This day three or day four, no beer for me. I think it's only day three. It might be day four though. It feels like day four. I haven't seen the police at all today. They just gave them motherfuckers the whole Easter off. I ain't seen a police car. Normally, the motherfuckers come up and down the street about 10 times. Hey, Dante, what you up to tonight? Flipping through the lives. I like to flip through the lives too. What time is it there, my friend? We're an hour ahead of you. You're probably 9:18. Here is 10:18. We're an hour ahead of you. Yeah, and some of the margaritas. You said three earlier. The mushrooms were fire fried up. Damn. Mushrooms today. Yeah. I think it is day three, Jay. It's 9:18. Yeah, we're an hour ahead of you, Dante. Same time as my daddy in Mississippi. Y'all on Central Time. Yep, it's a day three, Jay. I worked out last night. Victor told me a few days ago. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep tossing and turning all night. He's like, get up, work out, take a shower, lay back down, you'll go to sleep. So I did that. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I got up, did 10 sets of push-ups, hit the shower, got back in the bed. The bed felt amazing, but I didn't go back to sleep. I didn't go to sleep. Finally seen the lightning. I missed it. I was over here, eyes shut. But it did help. It did help. I'm gonna do the same damn thing tonight. I'm about to get back on my work. I'm about to get back on my shit. I already told you. I think I'm done with the beer. I'm gonna have me some rum nights, but I gotta fall back off of that everyday drinking shit. I gotta make some shit happen. I was just telling Dante and um the guy from Kentucky that I started my channel today, that sleep channel that I've been talking about doing for the I actually started the channel like a year ago. I just never uploaded nothing. But I uploaded a 45-minute version of a rain video. It's a good one too. I kind of jacked it, a piece of it from another video. It's got 70 million views on YouTube, and I did some finagling with it. And I got a 45-minute version of it now, but it took an hour and a half to upload that 45-minute version. So when I try to upload the 24-hour version, who knows how long it's gonna take to upload. So tonight, probably about midnight, I'm gonna shut my phone down and I'm gonna start uploading the 24-hour version of it. And hopefully tomorrow, by the time I wake up, it'll be complete and I'll have my first video on that channel. Not really, because after it uploads from that app, I gotta upload it to YouTube, and who knows how long that's gonna fucking take. It'll probably be 2 days from now before I got a channel, a video on that channel. Hell yeah. I had to cut back on my drinking and smoking. I used to drink too much, bro. I'm not I don't mix my drinking and smoking because I drink here, and when I'm in the States, I smoke. My kids watch some storm sounds to sleep. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. They gonna have to check me out. Dante says he watch them too. Bro, some of them videos got hundreds of millions of views. Who knows how many man hours watched because they're sleeping to that shit. That's hours and hours and hours. Bro, I said that shit 5 years ago. I needed a channel like that because I used to watch them too. And when I got here, I used to stay. My first little place in this town, Wandolio, was right on the beach. You can hear them waves crashing. I'm like, I could make me a wave video right here. That's what got the idea in my head. But 5 years later, who knows how long later, we finally getting around to it. I turn it on the kids' TV if you do it. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. It's done. It's done. I spent like it took me like 2 hours to edit the video together and then an hour and a half to up. I got like 4 hours into that today. I spent like 10 hours yesterday on this AI channel that I want to start. And it's so them AI apps are so complicated, bro. I see I'm not the only one talking about great sleep, especially if you have insomnia. Yeah, yeah. I think all of us have done it. That's why there's so many views on them channels. That shit is starting to hit harder back there. That motherfucking storm is coming. I think we all do it. That's why there's so many views on that channel, on them channels. All of them got millions of views. Millions of views. So I was using this AI app. I'm trying to create this like AI fictional character. I think there's channels out. I'm doing too much right now. But that's the best part about me not drinking the last few days. My brain has been on crack and I've been putting it to good use. Or turn on a vacuum and record it, lock it in the closet. They like that too. I haven't seen that. I see these new rain videos where it's like AI created. So tomorrow I'm gonna try one of them too. It's like this cool colors and effects going on. Man, I've never heard of the vacuum trick. That's crazy. But yeah, hopefully in the next couple days I got my first video on that. It's called that the channel's called Sleep Cotton Soft Sounds. Everything gonna have a cotton in it. Sleep Cotton Soft. That works. I made that channel like probably maybe 2 years ago, but at least a year ago. I just never done nothing with it. I got like 5 channels I created over the last couple years that I just never. I have the idea in my head and I think about it enough to go ahead and make the channel. That sounds freaking awesome, friend. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate that. That's my last name. Cotton talks to you. My first name's Aaron Dante. It's nice to meet you, bro. Cotton Sleep Cotton Sauce. I think that's the name of it. I could be fucking it up, but I'll post it in here when I get my first video up and rolling. I'm gonna post it in here for people can flip through the comments and maybe go check out the other channel. That guy that come help me last night, Raw, the guy from Lawrence, Massachusetts, he hit me to some things like you're supposed to write some shit up top. Yeah, no, he hit me to some things. I can't wait till he comes back and teaches me some more shit, man. You put shit in your chat for people can scroll through and see. I'll be like, shit's up there in the chat. Scroll up there and check it out. And we gonna get it popping in here one day. One day, this motherfucker, we gonna turn it on. 100 people gonna show up. We gonna keep on showing up until they do. I think that's the whole point. You just gotta keep on showing up. My phone just hit that 10% mark though, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you all night, Jay and Dante. Very nice to meet you. I love meeting new people. It's nice to meet you too, bro. I love coming on here having great conversation. There's so many cool ass people in this world, man. There's so many cool motherfuckers out here. I ain't gonna hold you all night though, Dante. Jason, that's my homie. That's been my best friend since we like 7 years old. He comes in here every night, and if it's just me and him sitting in here, he'll come and sit with me. That's my dog. He ain't missed a day yet. He come fuck with me all the time. But Dante, it was nice to meet you, bro. All good. I sent some funny videos to your phone. Jason, I tried to reply to them all, but my phone ain't sending today. But it let me. I'll send you all the replies when it starts letting them go back through. You know the black dude with the big ass teeth? I follow his channel. He used to make content about getting you an online job. He gave me the confidence to go out and find that online job I had. I used to watch content of his years ago. That's funny that you sent me some videos of him. And then you sent me the one video, the first one you sent me. I forget what I responded to it. What was that first video? I'm gonna go through and look. Hold on. Jason, you there? Broski, the one where he sent the weed out the all right, friend. You have a wonderful night and great week. I'll see you when I'm back on live. Thank you, Dante. I'll see you soon, man. Jason, the one where he put the stash on the balloon ride. I'm like, why the fuck did I have no good ideas like this back in the day? That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I think the cop tried to take his gun out and shoot it down. Dante, salute to you, brother. Thank you for hanging out with me. But yeah, I replied to all them shits. It just wouldn't let the messages send back to me. That killed me. That we be watching the same shit. We be watching the same shit, man. The black dude with the big teeth, that was my guy, man. He was talking about how to land these jobs. He gave me like some resume advice. I was listening to him, like I'm about to get me one of these fucking jobs. He gets the job. Actually, he got the job. No, he had one, and then he had quit, but he was still making content about it. You have to change the SMA message for it to go through. No, no, no. It sometimes it'll give me that option. It'll be like send it regular or send SMS. And tonight, in the last few times it's done it, it's not even giving me the two options. It says is try again. I'll hit the try again, and it sends the same red dot next to it. But this phone has been tripping, bub. Click the options where it says not sent. No, that's what I mean. I know what you mean. You click it where it says not sent, and then it'll give you two options. It'll say try again, or underneath it'll say send SMS. Sometimes it gives me them options. Tonight it's not giving me that option. I click the red dot, the try again, and then all it says is try again. It don't have the other option on the bottom. But this has happened before. And then the next day, for some reason, the texts are going back through. But the phone calls, that's how I got all of them to send today. I sent them yesterday. Okay. And hopefully it'll let them come back through tomorrow. But Jay, if you realize that every other day my text message is tripping, but then it'll eventually start working again. But the motherfucking phone calls has not start working again in 2 whole weeks now. And there's some people I need to call. I need to call my student loans are about to kick in. I gotta start paying my student loans. I gotta try to call them people. I got a bullshit fucking thing going on with my internet company. They claimed I didn't turn my fucking box in and pay my last bill, and they're a fucking lie. They got me mixed up with the neighbor because we got the same address, living in the same apartment building. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I need my phone to work, bro. I gotta figure this out somehow. Jason, you have a good night though. This thing got 10%. I'm gonna shut it down for it dialed away on me. I appreciate you stopping by, fam. Salute to you. You tell everybody I said hello, and I'll talk to you soon, fam. I'm out of.